Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of The Drop presented by Discover.
What's the matter, Arda? You seem a little blue. Is it because of the red, white, and blue? Is it because the New Jersey Devils defeated your Toronto Maple Leafs, giving me, Greg Wyshynski, the North American Championship belt?
This show's going to stink. Congratulations.
Here
USA.
it is, baby. That's what it's all about. The North. We have to probably nickname it at some point, the Northie or something. But
The Northie.
The North American Championship belt is exactly where it will be come next February when the Americans win gold in Italy. And now I will hold it. Man, I might hold it all the way through that. But yeah, Jack Hughes, the boys, they came through big time. And now the Americans hold the championship belt for hockey in North America. With apologies to Mexico. We haven't figured out how you factor into all of this yet.
For now, because at the end of the show, I have the opportunity now as the challenger to sanction another NHL game. We will reveal that a little bit later. But we are still in the afterglow. Are you going to wear that the whole episode?
I might.
You can put it down, you know.
No, I don't think
fine,
so.
Fine.
I don't think so. This gives me old school basic cable wrestling interview vibes where I'd come out and talk about my match that already was taped 2 weeks earlier that hasn't aired yet. And now I'm giving the promo. And that's why, Cal, it's going to be you and me inside of a solid steel cage.
Okay, Jumpin' Jeff Farmer, you can calm down. This was the...
I just saw that clip the other day.
Yep.
By the way.
All right, so we are
so mad at you.
I'm mad now. We are in the afterglow of Frozen Frenzy, which was a terrific event. The third annual Frozen Frenzy, staggered starts, all 32 teams, 16 matchups. We had 109 goals, the third most in NHL history. To this month, actually, that exceeded 105 goals, which is absolutely spectacular. But Frozen Frenzy was fun.
It was fun. There was a couple games that went off the rails as far as scoring goes that I was shocked by. I was shocked that what was like a 1-0 game for most of my adult life in Nashville went crazy between the Lightning and the Predators in the third period.
How about your Devils?
I mean, that game was insane too. I mean, I was like
5-0.
I was like watching home runs at Coors Field out there. No, it was an awesome night. And again, the staggered start times, the chance to check in with every team. I love the fact that it's early in the season. I think late in the season, if there's gripes about the Frozen Frenzy already, there'd be much more later in the season when you're monkeying around with start times. To have this in October and give you, I wrote about this on ESPN.com, to give you basically the best hockey buffet you could ever cook up. You've got some main courses, you got some side dishes. Maybe you got that weird looking Jell-O over there you're not going to really mess with usually, but if it's for free, you might. Makes the Frozen Frenzy a good time.
Absolutely. So, without further ado, as we like to do on The Drop presented by Discover, how about we get to winners and losers presented by Discover. I am not making myself and the country of Canada a loser because you're holding the North American Championship. We're going to put that aside for now. We're going to begin with Connor Bedard. He's a winner. He got his first career hat trick, a win over the Ottawa Senators. That was a lot of fun. 6 goals and 6 assists on the year. Hey, Bedard is rolling.
He is rolling, and I want to give a shout out to all of the Blackhawks fans that have been throwing my prediction that Macklin Celebrini and the San Jose Sharks would make the playoffs before Connor Bedard and the Chicago Blackhawks would. I understand that the Blackhawks are playing quite well right now. I understand that between Connor Bedard and Frank Nazar, good things are happening. I might be wrong based on what I'm seeing right now. Shout out Jeff Blashill getting Chicago playing well already. But the fact that Bedard didn't have a Hattie until the Frozen Frenzy is kind of surprising to me, considering, it was all gas, no brakes in his rookie season offensively.
I love milestones on Frozen Frenzy. Connor Bedard, first career hat trick. However, we did not get a certain milestone on Frozen Frenzy.
Man, what a bunch of party poopers in Dallas. 1-0 game. The Capitals get shut out by the Stars. Look at this. Oh, we're waiting for Ovi to score goal number 900, become the first player in NHL history to ever notch 900 goals. And what do we get instead? Well, we get the brilliance of the Dallas defense, the brilliance of the Dallas goaltending, and no goals. No goals.
No.
No goals.
No goals.
No goals.
No goals. No goals.
So we'll have to wait a little bit for Ovi to hit 900.
Another day indeed. But we didn't have to wait, speaking of Dallas, for breaking news.
How about Thomas Harley making news during the Frozen Frenzy? Like it's trade deadline day already. Thomas Harley agrees to an 8-year extension with Dallas, carrying an average annual value of $10.587 million. Jim Nill announced that on Tuesday during the Frenzy. He was in the final year of a 2-year bridge deal with a $4 million bridge deal. And listen, man, this is one of the most brilliant young defensemen in the league. Deserves every penny of that deal. It's a great investment in a guy that is going to be extremely important to the Dallas Stars going forward, and also to a certain national team that I know you have an affinity for.
Affinity, indeed, and of which I will reclaim, I should say, that championship right there. It's coming back to Canada. I hate that it's on your shoulder. I hate that I have to look at it on your shoulder for the entire freaking show. This is an injustice. Can you please put it down?
I wear it well.
Losers.
Would it fit around my waist? I don't know. But it's definitely here.
Loser, Stuart Skinner, not as a goaltender, but this particular play.
Oh,
this
my
gaffe.
God. First of all, shout out to the Oilers jerseys because they do look dope. I didn't like the photos of them, but they look
Neither
good in
did
action.
I. Good call.
Yeah.
Good call. They look nice on the ice. They look awful in the reveal, but
Right.
they look great in practice.
But also awful, this gaffe by Stuart Skinner.
Yeah.
Which led to a Barrett Hayden goal for the Utah Mammoth. I'm about to say hockey club. Not a great litmus test for the Mammoth in that game.
No.
They came up short against the Oilers, but still remain atop the Central Division.
Yes, they do. And I will say an impromptu winner is my rolling 4 lines parlay from the point, because I picked the over in that game, and they definitely hit the over, and I actually hit the parlay. So congratulations to me. Let me just pull a Barry Horowitz here.
Fantastic work. Look at you.
How about Bobby Brink?
Listen, as you know, I'm not a fan of the shootout, but I am a fan of shootout goals like this. Bobby Brink skates in methodically. Look at him. Gets to the circles, comes in. And
Oh, gosh.
now that's sick, dirty, filthy deking. That may also be a situation where he stopped his forward momentum, but that's fine. It's a great goal. It was gross.
So
He posterized him.
that's the first thing I said, and I was standing beside TJ Oshie, and he was like, yep, totally fine. And I'm like, I'm going to trust TJ Oshie on this one.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to shootouts. hey,
Exactly.
I think the spirit of the rule is more in the sense of like you stopped well out from the crease.
Yeah.
We had some players that were doing that a few years ago, so they kind of instituted that rule for the shootout. So listen, I think spirit of the rule, that's fine, but you and I had the same thought. We didn't even talk about it before the show, so I think we might be onto something there.
Yeah, 100%. But that was in the Battle of Pennsylvania, which was, by the way, there was a fight before the shootout. Like there were how many majors were assessed? Like 8 or 9 or something like that. But yeah, other rivalries.
We've had some good rivalries in this league, but when you get an oldie but a goodie fired up again, as they were between the Penguins and Flyers last night, my goodness, there's a scrum to end overtime. Crosby jumps off the bench. He's ineligible to participate in the shootout because of the scrum. Same thing with Zegras. Bunch of misconducts handed out. It was great to see.
So, okay, you know what made me, I know that I'm jumping sports here, but the fact that we didn't see Zegras or Crosby in this shootout, it reminded me of how many times Ohtani got walked in Game 3. Look, I'm a Blue Jays fan, but I want to see the best player in baseball have an opportunity to win the game. I want to see the best shootout players and the stars participate in the shootout.
Sidebar. Remember how they had that rule that says like the same teams can't win the draft lottery over and over again? Just make it so you can't intentionally walk a guy twice in a row.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
like modify.
That rule won't matter because they'll just throw a bunch of bouncers up to the plate to walk him anyway. But at least then, it's not as egregious.
I get it.
Yeah.
I understand. But for the entertainment value.
Yeah.
So Frozen Frenzy was awesome.
Yes.
It's great. And maybe some of you watching right now are thinking, hey, how does this all happen? Like there's 32 teams, 16 games happening, staggered starts. We have a triple header on ESPN. We also have the Frozen Frenzy broadcast with John Butchergross and Kevin Weeks. How does this all work? How does it get planned? How does it get executed? Well, I decided, hey, let's take you behind the scenes. Let's peek behind the curtain, Shout out to our intrepid producers, Brian and Justin, for putting this together. Here's a peek behind the scenes at Frozen Frenzy.
We're all going to see you
Gotta get to work.
over in an hour on ESPN and on the Plus. We've got a triple header on ESPN. Every game, every goal on
We start
ESPN
on 2.
Plus.
Frenzy starts on 2.
And then 2.
Calm before the storm. Let's go. Frozen Frenzy. Whatever you need tonight, you let me know.
So I'm putting in a second earpiece, clipping it to my back here. You would never have 2 earpieces, but because I'm going to be occupying 2 studios today, I will have 2 earpieces. Here's one earpiece, and here's the other earpiece. And I'm going to have one mic here, and then there's going to be a second mic here. I will report back when I'm all suited up. And now we're suited and booted. Mic number 1, Studio E, where we are right now. Mic number 2, Studio W, which is a 5-minute walk from here, basically, across campus in a different building. These will not come off for the next several hours until we are fully off the air. 2 earpieces. I don't know if this has ever been done before in the history of ESPN, but we are simultaneously working 2 different shows in 2 different studios. Gets his second power play. Cool.
I'm right over here doing
Just start the live now.
Yeah.
Today is going to be tops until next year maybe, but must be a couple more teams. But yeah, it's a lot.
Well,
I enjoy it.
congratulations.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you.
This is a milestone in your
Yeah,
life.
I know.
All right, some action in Toronto here. 1-0. Flames lead.
Oh!
Oh,
I saw it.
2-on-1.
I saw that hit.
To the net.
Domi,
there's
don't
a
play
goal.
that.
Max Domi.
Max Domi, don't play that.
Svechnikov, the goals. Did Dorofeev do it again? Holy shnikes.
Oh my goodness.
The man's a menace.
You know, this is Scorofeev.
Oh.
Not Dorofeev. Start printing the shirts.
Trademark. How about 9 goals in 10 games now?
Welcome back, everybody. Ardo Cal with a studio update. Back to Leafs and Flames. We're tied at 2 until Matthew Nyes gets his 2nd of the game, 4th of the season, his 5th career multi-goal game. That game is 3-2 in the 3rd. Meanwhile, Hurricanes, Golden Knights, Jordan Martinook takes the puck all the way down the ice to score his 1st of the year. That's a beauty 1st of the year. Grand total goals so far, Mike, 19.
Look at Justin Brazeau. He continues his great start in Pittsburgh.
Bucci, come on.
Oh, how's your mitts of marinara there?
Nice.
Little off-speed pitch.
Yeah.
All right, Arda O'Cal, another member of the Frozen Frenzy department here. It's tough to get in this department.
Yeah, it is. It's
You got some
Honored.
Give us some information, Arda. Great to see you, buddy.
Great to see you guys as well. And by the way, if you watch the points, I'm in the Mark Messier bedroom.
Yes, you are.
This is where he slept through the load management. He's
Narcolepsy.
up in studio. Exactly. He's up in Studio W doing our triple header.
Some information on the first hour of Frozen Frenzy. 5
Goals in the 6 p.m. hour, 3 in the 6 p.m. hour
Okay.
last season.
We're
So
ahead.
we're off to a great start. I'm really feeling good, Bucci, about crossing that century mark this year.
All right.
I'm also here and there throughout the Frozen Frenzy broadcast going to bring you some tweets. Here's one from Michael Swift. Wah, wah, wee, wah. Very nice. Frozen Frenzy. We got some selfies. People just loving the Frozen Frenzy vibes. That's from Clint.
Best night in sports. Let's go Islanders. We got a Matthew Schaefer fan, although they're not watching the Islanders there quite yet. Of course, Buccigross is a national treasure. 29th anniversary. The love is flowing in, Bucci. Bucci might be the biggest beauty out there. Weeksy is a close second. Keep it up, fellas.
Biggest head, 7 7/8. Can't wear snapbacks.
Wasn't going to be me to say that. That's from Mark
anyway. You rock the Kangol.
Lyman. Thanks,
All right, thanks, Arda. You stand by for more tweets.
So glad we were able to pull back the curtain, and now you know how the frozen frenzy sausage is made.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Great glimpse behind the curtain. I think if I could add one thing to the frenzy, and I know that this just adds to the chaos behind the scenes that we just saw in trying to put this thing together, I would love satellite parties. Not to bring it all the way back to wrestling. Do you remember on Nitro back in the 1990s? They'd have a Nitro party they'd cut to during the show just to show how people are all into it. They're all sitting around. They're making it communal. If we could like have a couple viewing parties around
cool.
the Frozen Frenzy, I think that'd be awesome.
So like the World at Times Square when WWE had a restaurant there, and there's a Shawn Michaels is there hyping up the crowd.
Let's pretend that there's not a bunch of dumb Blue Jays fans crowding that one bar in Toronto. Like then you just cut to that camera in Toronto.
Yeah, I got you. I like that. It would be cool to have like more like arrivals. Like I really liked the Anze Kopitar interview in the car, then walking through. It'd be cool to have more of that. I wonder if we can get into the locker rooms after the game. Maybe here's a live coach's speech like, hey, we won the game. Here's the MVP trophy being awarded. Stuff like that would be really cool. But also like, I wonder if we could do another Frozen. I don't know anything, but imagine a Frozen Frenzy on ESPN for several hours.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like this year it was on ESPN2, then it went to ESPN Plus so people could watch it on the app. I wonder if we could do another one. I mean, it's a big undertaking, right?
Right.
But like for someone like me, it's Hockey Christmas. For us, it's Hockey Christmas. So it'd be cool to do it again, but
I think you get like the deeper you get into the season, the more uncomfortable teams get with like playing around with start times.
Yeah.
And so I think that's one factor of it.
Can I tell you? So TJ Oshie and I were doing a TikTok live on ESPN, and I asked him that question. I was like, hey, like even if it's half an hour or 15 minutes or 45 minutes, 2.5 hours, just some weird time that you would never start on this particular time for the rest of the season, does that mess with your preparation? And he's like, yeah, you got to do the math in your head and whatever. And I'm just like, you know, hockey players are superstitious and they're very creatures of habit. So I just wondered if that would mess anything. He's like, oh yeah, hockey players are psychopaths.
They're psychos.
I just love that he just like immediately.
Think about how much whining there is when the between periods musical act at the outdoor game goes too long, or when they get stuck in a banner raising at the beginning of the season and the game is starting 13 minutes late. Like they all lose their minds because they're creatures of habit, and it'd be the same thing here.
Some might say that's an overreaction. How about we do some more? October overreactions. Let's go agree or disagree on these, Greg Wyshynski. Sure. The Penguins are a lock for the playoffs. Agree or disagree?
I disagree that they're a lock for the playoffs, but I agree that they might be close enough to the playoffs to completely ruin our fun. The only way that Evgeny Malkin was going to remain a Penguin through the trade deadline is if this team was in sniffing distance of a playoff spot. Probably ditto Sidney Crosby as well. Like, Sid told me in Vegas, the player media tour, like, he was hoping that the team could contend. And if the team could contend, then you get the idea that they're going to try to keep the band together. Him and Malkin and, you know, Letang and Carlson and probably not trade away a Brian Rust or a Ricard Raquel, for example, if they have playoff relevancy. So not a lock to make the playoffs, but I mean, they've played really well so far to make me think that maybe they won't be as bad as we need them to be to have, you know, Evgeny Malkin be a Florida Panther come April.
I'm comfortable saying they are a wild card contending team.
Yeah.
That's an agree. That's a lock.
Which is all I think they need to be for those guys to stick around.
Lightning, Rangers, Wild all missed the playoffs. Agree, disagree?
Disagree on the Lightning. I picked them to win the division. I hope that they make the playoffs, or else I'll look like an idiot. The Rangers worry me. I think that the depth issues that we were worried about before the season are starting to kind of like creep in. Injuries are an issue. I mean, they certainly missed Trocheck at the beginning of the season. I still think they'll be okay. The Wild, look, you know, one of the things that we have to consider now for the Wild is the emergence of Utah. And the fact that if Utah is going to finish top 3 versus wild card in a division where you already have, Dallas and Colorado probably taking those other 2 spots. If you're bumping Winnipeg down to a wild card spot, now you're worried about the Pacific Division 2. The Wild remain a team that I'm kind of baffled by, to be honest with you. Like, Kaprizov's great. He's a pillar of the franchise. He's going to be there forever. And some of the young players that they have around him, I love. Bouillon, Boldy, Faber. But there's so many guys in that roster that I feel have been there for like 10 years.
Yeah, right.
and they haven't really achieved anything with them, that you kind of need maybe a little bit of a churn around that core to really kind of rocket up the standings again.
Total sidebar. I went to the Devils Wild game at Prudential Center recently. Zeev Bouillon, man, the confidence he has on the ice, bold. He is not boldy, he's bold.
Yeah.
Like he just exudes this level of confidence that he could just get through an entire team with the puck on his stick. Like
the number of really good rookie defensemen this year is sick. And like the number of really good young defensemen in the league right now, Lane Hudson,
absolutely,
Hughes, like is unbelievable.
Also, though, perhaps at the top of that list, Tusky. I have it on good authority that Tusky will already have a banner-raising ceremony in a couple of games. It's going to be a big deal. Mammoth, Stanley Cup champs. Disagree, obviously, but like, listen, how far off are we? With a start like this.
I'll make a light disagreement with this. I'll be honest with you. Like, I think they've been extremely impressive. News came out this week about Logan Cooley signing an 8-year extension. Gunther's going to be there for long-term as well. They're locking up the young core that already has shown that they are ready to contend in the West, not only for a playoff spot, but perhaps even a conference title. The thing that's impressed me the most about them, Arda, is defensively, they are well within the top 10. That is the sign to me that when healthy, they can defend. And that is a sign to me that the young players on this roster know how to defend. I like how the pieces fit. I like how Bill Armstrong has augmented the core with veteran pickups. I think the JJ Peterka thing is working out quite nicely for them. And the goaltending between Vejmelka and Vanacek has been great. Are they going to win the cup? Look, man, there was probably a time back in 2017 where we said Vegas wins the cup. That's crazy. But all it takes is a team with cohesion and great individual performers, and it could shock you what can happen to that team.
And if you're a fan of history repeating itself, Jack Eichel left Buffalo, won a Stanley Cup. Sam Reinhart left Buffalo, won a Stanley Cup.
Right.
It's JJ Peterka's turn.
It's Peterka time.
It's Peterka time. But also, how about this is a Greg Wyshynski creativity at play. I love this. A guy named Jack will win MVP. Agree, disagree?
I'll agree. First of all, as you know, Arda, the Devils have never had a 50-goal scorer or a 100-point forward, or 100-point player for that matter.
Shocking Elias never did that.
Jack came close at 99 points, but the way he's playing, if he stays healthy, he could maybe hit both of those marks. If that's the case, they make the playoffs. He's going to get a lot of heart consideration, and Eichel's just on another level right now. Like, the fact that he's having this season without Marner on his line, which is, they kind of played with him a little bit and then played without him a little bit, has just been remarkable to see. And he's already considered to be, I think, one of the best 200-foot players in the league. And if Vegas wins their division and Eichel has the season he's having now, he might win the Hart.
Connor McDavid, I don't even know why we picked these particular numbers. Connor McDavid will finish with 50 points and 8 goals. Is that what he's on pace for? He had 2 goals. Oh, yeah, 2 goals.
I think he's all right now. I think he's going to be all right. I think getting the 3 goals means he'll probably clear 8.
Probably, right.
Bottom line is that,
disagree.
Listen, if we wanted to kind of expand this into a macro level, like, he clearly needs to score more goals. I think if Connor wants to score, he can score. And I think for Edmonton's sake, you'd like to see him hit 50 because there's a lot of holes in that team right now that I think that could spackle over.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is our October overreactions. It is not an overreaction whatsoever. The fact that I'm steaming mad that this guy has the right and the opportunity to hold on to my Hockey North American Championship. When I say my, I mean Canada's. This is disgusting, and it must end. The beauty of this game is I now have the opportunity as the challenger to sanction the next game where this championship will be on the line. So I decided to allow some fellow Canadians to help make the decision.
All right.
Wonderful show, the Fan Hockey Show on the Fan 590 in Sportsnet in Canada, hosted by my good friends Matt Marchese and Mike Futa, Stanley Cup champion with the LA Kings. I decided to ask them, hey, can you help me out? Help me sanction our next title game. And here's what they said.
Hey everybody, Matt Marchese here from the Fan Hockey Show.
Mike Futa.
Two-time Stanley Cup champion. So we're a little bit disappointed that the North American title is not in its rightful hands here north of the border.
That's an understatement.
That's an understatement. Ardo Cal's really got to pick up his slack here.
My Undertaker jacket with the wrestling theme, other than it's freezing here as well.
It is freezing here. We've decided that we want to bring the championship back home. So Thursday night, what game do we got, Feuds?
You call it the Gretzky-Messier
The
Bowl?
Gretzky-Messier Bowl.
The New York Rangers at the Edmonton Oilers, Connor McDavid.
The title is coming home. Over to you.
Boys, thank you very much. So the first game, very easy. You had the Devils, I had the Leafs. But I love the extra spice of this game because you, maybe for the first time in your entire life, have to hope that the New York Rangers win a hockey game.
I mean, this is a real catch-22 for your boy. Mattawa, New Jersey's own Greg Wyshynski, a longtime Devils fan who grew up in New Jersey, rooting the team, was in the stands when they won the Cup in 1995 as a young child. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I will have to root for the New York Rangers to excel and thrive against the Edmonton Oilers in order to retain this championship. Let me speak to you directly, Adam Fox. If you score a hat trick, have a 5-point night, great, you're an American. It'll make me feel better having to do this rooting for the Rangers thing if an American is the reason they beat the Edmonton Oilers.
Okay, do it with me now. Whoa. Hey.
Shout out Mike Futa, by the way, looking like Whitey Bulger, the old Boston gangster.
The Undertaker.
It's pretty impressive.
Futa Taker. There it is. Thank you for watching The Drop, presented by Discover. Hopefully that title's around my shoulder the next time you see us.